The late Maya Angelou once said, "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated."
And when I got off the plane and everything, I was like, I felt like I was in a new world. Like the airport, everything. I'm like, oh my God, this is the first time I'm stepping my foot on American soil, and it's a day to remember.
As a young woman, Gifty came to the United States when she was 13 years old. The soil, the culture was all new to her. So, through high school, tell me your experience throughout high school.
Okay, so throughout high school, my high school, ending of 8th grade wasn't good because that was around the time I lost my mom, and of that summer, that was July 1st, 2009. That was when my dad told me that my mom passed, but my mom passed in March, but he didn't want me to know because I was doing my state, 8th grade you have to do your state exams and stuff. So I was going to take my state exam, so he didn't want me to know. But I got into high school with like anger because I was angry at my dad, but there was no way I could fix it because she was already buried.
When Gifty found out her mother had passed away, she lost all hope.
I could just visualize when I was sitting in the room where my dad broke that news to me, and he couldn't come straight to me. He just started, "Oh, Gifty, I was at the age of 15. He lost his mom and he had to take care of his siblings by himself, and his dad was a drunkard and his dad did not care, and he did it, but right now I have a dad like him and he's there for me." And at that moment I knew that it was going somewhere because he started with his mother and he never talked about his mom. So I told him, go straight to the point, and he was like, "Oh, so your grandfather, which is my mom's dad, called him that morning to be like, yo, mom passed away the night before." So like at that moment, like everything was, it's like my whole life was like, I couldn't feel nothing. Like I was just, I don't know, it was really hard.
Why Gifty's mother was hospitalized. She went against her grandmother's wishes. She skipped classes in order to visit her mother.
I got to my aunt's house, and I remember she had visitors, and I didn't even greet them, and that's unlike me. So my aunt rushed to my room, and she was like, "What is it?" And I just started crying. And she was like, "Gifty, what is it? Did your dad insult you?" Because they all know my dad. My dad is that type of person who will curse you out and you just cry. And I'm like, "No, my mom died." And I never knew, my aunt already knew it. As the years went by, I got angrier, but probably he was protecting me. But I felt like since I've lived with that lady 14 years of my life before I came to this country, at least she deserved that respect for me to have paid her that last homage. And back in Africa, we don't have that health system where you have insurance and all that. It has to be out of pocket. So my hope was that when I got here, I was gonna work and send her money so she could buy her meds, but that never came to pass.
When Gifty finally realized that she wanted to be a nurse was the moment she lied next to her mother, unconscious.
I picked nursing not because of what it has to offer after, but rather what I get to give to people. Like I look back to where I come from and ways in which I could help the people back home, and I think that's one of the main reasons I picked nursing.
So today, Gifty is cooking us one of her favorite food, and we're gonna go ahead and let her explain to us what she's cooking and what's in there. So Gifty.
Hi. Okay, so today I'm cooking jollof rice, and so the meat with that will be chicken. So I'm making jollof rice with chicken, and I'm making some light soup, pepper soup with fufu.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you think cooking helps you with
because it takes my mind off a lot of stuff. It's just, something I like to do. Some people like to sing. You don't want to hear me sing.
She believed that the people you surround yourself with can make the most impact on your life. So, what gave you courage to get to where you are now? Because, with your story, it's just so fascinating. As a young woman, you have come this far. You've been through so much. There's so much struggle, hardship. A lot of young women out there that are, you know, probably could be in the same situation you are in now. You know, I just want to know, like, what gave you the courage to get to where you are? What, you know, what kept you so strong? You know, what, like, do you have anybody to encourage you?
Well, the answer to your question for that will be the people you surround yourself around makes a big impact on what your life will turn out to be.
You have come so far. What would you say to other young women out there that would or might find yourself in the same situation as you, or probably worsen situation?
Well, what my advice to them is, as I always say, look back to where you're coming from, because that's what helped me through. Just look back to where you're coming from, and also you have to keep yourself together, because as the years goes on, I said to myself, even if she's not alive, I know she's still watching over me, and whatever I do now will make her proud. So, I mean, everybody's different, but you have to set goals to yourself. You have to have goals, and you have to try as much as possible to achieve those goals. And there are people, like here in America, there are a lot of people here who are willing to listen to you, a lot of people who are willing to give you the helping hands that you want. And all you have to do is to be like, I need help, and you're gonna get that help.